Okay, this is going to be my first experiment with this tournament where we're going to take the teams of the 2015 season, which 10 of these teams I played the heck out of back about 2 years ago in my initial project called the Tenacious Baseball League. But instead we're going to do something a little different this time. We're going to try what I'm calling the Tenacious Diamond King. So I'm Tenacious Earl, and the name is only relevant in that this league that I started had 10 teams. So that's why I kind of adopted that as a punny name for the league, and I guess it has stuck. But so the thought that I had for trying a new kind of league here is to do like a King of the Hill tournament. Sorry, my got a text message that I needed to respond to. So, King of the Hill tournament, and the team, and so this is a random order of the teams, how they're going to face each other. So these will be the first two teams, and the Rangers, I believe I deleted the list. I forget who next on the list is, but actually I can look it up real quickly, and it would be the Orioles and then the Mariners. So that's kind of the going order. And there's still a couple of little logistics that I want to discuss before we get moving. I've tried to freeze the rosters as they were at the end of the season. So they're, like in the case of the Braves, they had players like Kelly Johnson and Chris Johnson and quite a few others. There were a few that went out to L.A., I believe, to the Dodgers. Alex Wood, a pitcher. They are not going to be part of the Braves. They're going to be part of the Dodgers. So I have to make some kind of hard and fast rules here about that. And so it'll be similar to, I don't know. The more I look back on the Tenacious League, I realize that there were some flaws in the process, but all in all, I think it was fun. Sometimes you just need to play and not worry about all of the ins and outs of what was right and what was wrong. But here I'm trying to, again, sort of freeze it at the end of the season. I'm trying to pick rosters that make sense for the teams. I'm not going to worry about if players were injured necessarily. I'm trying to take the players that played the most for the teams, probably, but definitely not ones that were traded out of town. Just trying to make it as close to legitimate as I can, and and the point is, if there's a problem with this and you see it, you're welcome to make a comment and say that wasn't quite right, but I'm not sure I'm going to change any results. I might take it under consideration for the second go around, because I have a feeling that there's a good chance that there could be you have to go through the order a second time in order to crown this Diamond King. But so that's my caveat. I'm trying my best. Without a site that really gives you day-to-day active rosters and a good list of injuries and stuff like that to kind of help you make decisions. You just kind of have to make decisions the best way you can. So, with that all said, it's going to be the Braves at the Rangers, and the Rangers are the home team, so the DH will be active here. And so the Braves had to make a decision about who would be their DH. It's going to be Nick Swisher. So, and the pitchers will be Yovani Gallardo for the Rangers. He will be their number 1, with Hamels being the number 2. So Shelby, Julio Teheran will be the starting pitcher for Atlanta in this game. He'll be their number 1. The number 2 for Atlanta would be Shelby Miller. And let's go down through the lineup. Again, we're using basic strat here. So with basic strat, we don't have lefty-righty considerations. The stealing mechanism is much more crude and unrefined. Doesn't take into consideration how a pitcher holds the runners. The fielding stuff is a little bit simplified. Everything's a little bit simplified. But again, another caveat, I guess, to add into the roster caveat is the gameplay caveat, which is that I'm so used to playing super advanced that I'm hoping that I don't mess up any rules. This should be a quicker game. If I have to look up a rule or two because I'm not quite 100% clear upon it, just let me know. Because basic, it's easier, but there's just also a lot of stuff you've kind of got to drag out. So let's get going. It's going to be Gallardo facing the Braves. It's going to be Nick Markakis leading off in right, Cameron Maben in center, Freddie Freeman at first, Nick Swisher DHing, AJ Pierzynski towards the tail end of his career catching, Adonis Garcia at third base, Jace Peterson at second, and Andrelton Simmons shortstop, Michael Bohr in left field, and again Tehran on the mound. So and the interesting thing is it's fun when we go back here and look at these guys to just see some of the players that show up later, such as in the 2016 project. We've seen Simmons with the Angels and Maben with the Tigers briefly. So let's get going here, and it'll be Gallardo facing Markakis to start. And that is going to be a single for Markakis to lead off. So a good start for Braves. He's not much of a stolen base threat. We don't have to worry about rolling the D20 for base runners. I might do that as a just out of habit. Now we could definitely think about hitting and running here with Markakis, but let's just go ahead and swing away with Cameron Maben. He's quick. Well, right there is a 112, and that is a low max on the other cards. So this is line out second base, and into as many outs as possible. So that's an L4 DP, and that's going to be a 4-3. Markakis gets doubled off, and that's unfortunate. So now nobody on in 2 outs, and it'll be Freddie Freeman. And he'll draw a 2-out walk. Brings up Nick Swisher. And that is a 6-9. Well, 6-9 off of Gallardo. A 1-5 homer, 6-20 double. And that's a double for Swisher. Freeman, it's the fourth batter. Freeman, 11. You get to, let's see. I think you add 2, right? Wait, let's see. When no asterisk is present, manager of the team at bat. Consult lead runner's running rating at the top of his card. When there are 2 outs, add 2. So there are 2 outs, so you add 2. So it's Freeman goes up to 13. And he's going to try to score. Oh, but he gets thrown out, and that's going to knock him out of this inning. So that's going to be, that's to center field. And so that'll be 8. We'll say 8-6-2 ends the inning. So an unceremonious end to the first for the Braves as Freeman tries to score from first on the double, and he gets thrown out by a combination of DeShields to Andrews to Chirino. So let's take a look at the Rangers lineup facing Tehran. It'll be Delino DeShields in center, then Shin-So Chu in right field, Prince Fielder DH, Adrian Beltre third base, Mitch Moreland first, Josh Hamilton in left. I was going to say Billy Hamilton, but it's Josh. Elvis Andrews shortstop, Ruben Netador second base, Robinson Chirinos the catcher, and Gallardo, we already saw him on the mound. Also, man, those names just kind of roll off the tongue. I had a healthy dose of them when I did this other project. So, okay, so DeShields, it's a grounder to shortstop, and that'll be Simmons over to Freeman for the out. Chu. That's a 2-2, and he lines out to second. And with 2 away, it'll be Prince. 6-6, a strikeout. And Tehran dominant in the first, whereas Gallardo got into a little bit of trouble. Tehran just 3 up, 3 down. Okay, going to the second. And it's going to be Perzinski leading off. That's a fly ball into right. Ranging under that is Shinso Chu, and he makes the catch. Now Adonis Garcia. 3-7, that's going to be another hit for the Braves. 1-12 double. That'll be a single. Garcia and E. Steeler, so no. With 1 out, we're not going to worry about trying to hit and run here. Could have thought about it with a poor hitter. 6-8. That's more trouble for Gallardo. That's a 1-4 triple. That's a single. 2-base advance. Garcia will stroll into third base without a problem. And it's going to be Andrelton Simmons. They will play. Well, they're not going to hold Peterson at first. They will play with the infield back, looking for the double play. 1-5. Well, that's a walk to load the bases. Brings up the bottom of the order. It's going to be Michael Bourne with the bases juiced. Again, they're going to play back, looking for a double play. Going to be tough here with Bourne, though. 4-3. Well, it's a ground ball to the pitcher, but it's going to be a B chance, so he'll get they're going to go to second with it. 1 to let's see, let's say 1-6. Fielder's choice. The run will score, and it'll be 1-0 Braves. And that's somewhat a factor of the game itself. You might say the pitcher would be in, and you would throw it home if you're the pitcher. But in this case, we aren't able to play it that way because it's just we're using the basic rules. So now with 2 outs, it will be. Did I not flip the card? I did. It came off the pitcher's card. Here's Markakis. 1-9, and he strikes out, and that will be it. They do get a run, though. So, again, you have to bear with me. This basic stuff is a little bit different, and I'll get it under my belt as we go. Okay, Beltre. Rangers find themselves down a run. 3-6, and that's a ground to third base, which Garcia will do everything he needs to for that to make the out. Moreland, and he hits it down to second base, and Peterson to Freeman for the out. Josh Hamilton in 1-5 strikeout, 2 strikeouts for Tehran. 6 up, 6 down, going to the third with a 1-0 score in the favor of the Braves. Okay. Third inning, Maben leads off. 3-9, he strikes out. Freddie Freeman. 5-5, that's a fly ball to center, and it'll be caught by DeShields, and now Nick Swisher. Gallardo looking for his first 1-2-3 inning, and a 4-7 is a walk, and may have jinxed him there. Swisher not running. Here is Perzinski. 2-3. Well, there's a line out to second plus an injury, and so of course I talked about injuries, and then I 100% decided that I was going to do this before I got the injuries taken care of. You know, so let me see. Does this give any? Does the book give any? Let's see. I don't think there's really much injury. So, I'm going to make it up on the fly here. Why not? Let's think it through here. I'm going to give me a second. Hi, Rob. So, let's see. Let's say a 1. Stays in the game. 2 will be 1 and 2 are going to say stays in the game. We're going to roll a D6 here. 3, he's out for rest of game. 4 plus 1 game. 5 plus 2 games. 6 plus 3 games, and that's all he's able to lose. That's gonna be what I use. I want to try and keep the damage as minimal as possible. So let's roll a D6 here, and of course it's a 6. So Perzinski is going to have to come out plus 3 games. You could have gone to Vegas and made yourself a boatload betting 6 right there. So Perzinski makes the final out, and now they've got to do a switch. So let's see. Well, it's Christian Betancourt is their backup, so he will just come straight into the game. You couldn't make it to Philly for what, Rob? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I'm unaware of what was going on. All right, so let's scratch out Perzinski, and scratch these out. It's going to be 3 and 11. And I'm going to put an A here because A is going to be Betancourt. Catcher in the 3rd, so no runs for the Braves there. Oh, maybe you were telling Dave it was a shame that he couldn't make the Philly. I still don't know what was in Philly. Maybe it's some kind of a convention or tournament or something. Okay. Elvis Andrews. 1-8, and that's a pop out to third base. Right between his good numbers there, and so 1 out. Rugned Odor. 5-9, and Rugned goes deep, and it's gone. Ties the ball game at 1. Odor takes him long, and home fans love that. 1-1, bottom of the 3rd. And here's Chirinos. 5-7 is a walk. Brings up the liner to Shields. 6-4. Fly ball to left field. It'll be caught by Bourne. And now Chu with 2 outs. And he singles. Chirinos not a good runner. He will hold up at second. He's going to bring up Prince Fielder. Five, 6 strikes him out to retire the side. 2 strikeouts on Fielder in this one, but they do get a run. So let's keep this going. So 1-1. Good game so far here in this first game of the King of the Hill tournament. And it's going to be top of the 4th with Garcia at the plate against Gallardo. Whoa, 4-8. Well, that's a fly ball in the left field, and that'll be caught by Josh Hamilton. Well, 112, and that's another liner to second for the second out. And now Simmons. 3-9, and it's going to be a single if not for a 1. So a single for Simmons. And that brings up Bourne with 2 away and a runner on first. 6-9, and this is a trouble roll for Gallardo. It's a double 6-20, home run 1-5. It's 11, so that will be a double. Simmons, boy, they already got a guy thrown out at the plate with 2 outs. Let's see, it would be add 2. That'd be a 1-14 chance. They're going to send him again. Oh, and he's thrown out again. Oh, man. Robbed by the 20-sided. And I'll be right back. I got to take a short break. Hang around. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Had a matter to attend to, so Braves fans are probably upset here. They've had 2 guys nailed at the plate on relays from Andrews. I'm sure Tabletop Earl isn't too unhappy with him being a Rangers fan and all. But we'll keep going here. Bottom of the 4th. Basic strat. We've got Beltre coming to the plate. Tied ball game at 1. There's a 5-5, a strikeout. He's leaving the ball over the plate, but only one guy has whaled it. So here's Moreland. There's a 3-9, strikes him out. 2 in a row there. Actually, 3 strikeouts in a row for Tehran. And here is Hamilton. 2-5. He draws a 2-out walk. Brings up Elvis Andrews. 6-3, and that's a ground ball right back to Tehran. He throws it to first, and the inning is over. Okay, 5th inning. Markakis up against Gallardo. He's 1 for 2. 4-4, but he's going to be 1 for 3 as he pops out to the first baseman, Moreland. Maben 0 for 2, and that's going to be a single, so he will get aboard. That is the 7th hit surrendered by Gallardo. Now Maben, let's see, he's an A. They will hold him. That would make him, and let's see, what is, so Moreland is a 2. Or no, not Moreland. Chirinos is a 3. So that would make him a 1 to 13. He's going to hold on here, maybe with 2 outs. Freeman at the plate with runner on first. That is a 3-7, and he'll draw a walk, so no reason to steal that bag. That's going to bring up Swisher, and Gallardo maybe on the ropes here. Of course, in basic, you don't have inning or usage. Oh boy, and there's that 6-9 again. This could be gone. 1 to 5, but it's going to be a double. That's going to score Maben. That makes it 2-1. And with 1 out, they're going to hold Freeman at third. Betancourt coming to the plate. So Betancourt entered for Pierzynski, who got injured. They're going to keep Gallardo going. No. Although second and third now with 1 out. They're going to have to play the infield in. It's 2-1. There's 5-9. That's a grounder to second C. Let's see. Infield in. Right there it is. C. Result to batter out. Runner on third holds. Other runners advance 1 base. Well, nobody can advance, so that's going to be the runner holds. And that was a 4-3. So the infield in works in this case. That brings up Adonis Garcia. Maybe they'll get burned for not sending Freeman here. So Garcia with 2 outs. Can he get a hit? 2-5. A 1 to 11 would be the single that they need. That would score another run and make it 3-1. If it's 12 to 20, that's the third out is on a liner to Beltre. Can Beltre dive and get it? He cannot. That'll be a single, and Garcia gets an RBI as he knocks in Freeman. Swisher goes to third. And the Rangers are going to have to get some bullpen action going here. Look at Sam Freeman warming up. And it'll be Jace Peterson. First and third. Garcia is not a good stolen base threat here. 3-4. And they're playing with the infield normal. And that's a grounder to second base, which will end the inning. But 2 runs across. And I do think the Rangers will have to go to their bullpen after that inning. Not a very good effort there in that inning from Gallardo. Looks like he's getting a little labored and tired there. So bottom of the 5th, Odor, see if he can get something started here against Tehran. Well, there's the line out to second base. Got lots of line out maxes here tonight. Chirinos, 1 out. 5-4 ground ball to shortstop. So that will be Simmons, and he's a D. Or wait, no, not a D. Simmons is a 1. So it's either going to be an error or an out, and it's going to be an out. So that's going to be 6-3 on the putout, 2 away. And now it'll be DeShields. 1-6 walk. With 2 outs. Let's see. 2 outs and Chu coming up. DeShields is a 1-13 with Betancourt, the catcher. 1-13 chance. Going to go ahead and try to send him here. And it's good. He's able to steal second. A little bit of a risk there. Chu could come up and actually do some damage. But now he's in scoring position. Let's see if Chu can bring him around with 2 outs. 3-2, fly ball to right field deep, but not deep enough. And underneath it is Markakis for the out. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. Through 5. Tehran's gotten the better of Gallardo, and this could mean a quick exit to this tournament for the Rangers if they can't get something going here. So Gallardo goes 5 innings. And there's going to be Sam Freeman coming in here. Try to get an inning or 2 out of him. And he's going to have to face the bottom of the order. It'll be Simmons. 3-9. Well, another problem child from Simmons. That he may have had that one before. That's a 2-20 single. I think he had that roll before. So brings up the Bourne conspiracy. 5-9. This is a split home run chance. Off Freeman, 1-10. And it's an 11. That'll be a fly ball to left. No ballpark stuff in this game, so that'll be an out. And no advance. Brings up Markakis. And that is a 3-5. That's a fly ball to center field. That'll be caught by DeShields. And now Maben with 2 outs. More trouble. Boy, they are having all the rolls here. 2-20 single again. So that's going to be a single with 2 base advance, and it's going to be first and third for Freddie Freeman. That's not something you want to see. And here we go, Freeman against Freeman. See if Sam can get the better of Freddie here. 5-10 is a strikeout to end the inning. Wow, I got another 5, but this time they got the magic roll to get out of that with no runs. No runs given up. So the Braves, they actually gave up 2 runs on the base paths, getting thrown out twice at home. Potentially. Well, whether they would have gotten them or not is a question that anybody could ask. But so Fielder will be up here against Tehran, bottom of the 6th. And a 4-9, and that's going to be a leadoff base hit. Could be a 2-bagger here. It's going to be a 1-18 double. So, but it's a 19. It's been flavor of the day here for Texas. And now Beltre. Down 3-1. 2-3. Oh boy, that's so close, and instead it's going to be a double play. They aren't holding Fielder. That's going to be 6-4-3. If it's 2-4, it's gone. If it's 2-5, it might be gone, but instead that's 2 outs. And now Moreland. 3-9, a strikeout. Couldn't get the singles. They were right around it, and so that ends up being 3 up, 3 down in a less than convenient or less than conventional fashion. That's the word I was looking for. All right, the Rangers are going to go back to the pen here. I'm going to bring in Sam Dyson for a spell. They have Diekman and Tollison at their disposal as well. So Swisher, 2 for 3, or actually 2 for 2. He had a walk as well as 2 doubles. But this is going to be a fly ball to center, which will be caught by DeShields, and he will be retired for the first time. Bethencourt in for the injured Pierzynski, strikes out. Funny how that works. Dyson's got a real good ERA, and of course he gets 2. Well, that's a pop out to short. I was going to say he got 2 two hitters cards rolls, and they both went to outs. It's funny how that works sometimes, but okay, 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. So Atlanta will try to give Tehran one more run out here, giving up 3 hits so far, a couple walks. Actually, looks like 3 walks. So it's going to face Hamilton, Andrews, and the door here. 6-6 is a strikeout. That might be the door in for the Rangers. Maybe the bullpen of Atlanta. We'll see. Andrews. Wow, there's another 6-6, and those were shuffled up pretty good. Now Rugmid. There's a 2-10, and he's going to get a 2-out double. Atlanta's going to think about some bullpen activity here. They're going to get up Vizcaino. And it'll be Chirinos, but they've got options. They could try and pinch hit here with Napoli. I think they're just going to go with Chirinos here. A little early to be going desperation. 5-11, a ground ball to the pitcher. Tehran is a 1, though. So, and a 12. Oh, that's a 1-base error. That is a 1-base error on Tehran, and I think that will be it for him. So there's going to be a pitching change. And with runners at first and third, they're going to bring in Arodys Vizcaino to try and get them out of this jam. Six and 2/3 for Tehran. This would be an unearned run for Tehran if they give it up here. But now Chirinos at first, Odor at third for Delino DeShields. 3-5, and that's a single. That's going to score a run. And Chirinos, without wheels, is going to have to hang on there. And that brings up Chu. Chirinos at second, Delino at first. And Chu, 3-2 and a 5-3. Fly ball to left field. Left fielder is born a 2 range. Get the basic fielding chart out here. Outfield 2. 2 and 4, that's an out, and that will retire the side. Well, they draw to within 1 now. Texas. Okay, and both teams are in the bullpen. Rangers are going to bring up Diekman. And it'll be Peterson facing him. Again, tried to get the rosters as close to guys that were still the property. So I'm kind of erasing any potential injuries if I can, barring just mistakes on my part. Want to try and get so I'm not including guys that were part of the team early in the season. This is all trying to have the roster sort of frozen at the very tail end as far as who the property they are. If they are still a Brave, even if they're injured, then I try to get them in there. Same with the Rangers. And so it's Peterson facing Diekman, who was a acquisition during that season by the Rangers, just like Hamels, 2-7. Now Peterson will get on with a walk. Now Simmons. 2-6. That's a liner to third base, a hot shot. It's gonna be caught by Beltre. What a great fielder he's been over the years. Bourne. 5-11, a ground ball back to Diekman. He's a 4. 4-18. Out with no runners on base, but batter is safe. Okay, so that's basically the ground ball B. So that's going to be 1-6. We'll say fielder's choice. So with 2 outs, it will be Markakis. 1-10, a ground ball to third base. Beltre throws to first and retires the side. I forgot to write down Diekman here on my sheet. Was that a dog barking? No. No, it's not a dog barking. It's me and my what feels like black lung disease. Not quite that bad, but not to be joking about something so difficult as that. But so Edwin Jackson will be in to set it up. So 1/3 of an inning for Vizcaino. And Jackson's going to have to come in here and face the heart of the order. It's going to be Fielder and Beltre and Moreland. You got Napoli available too somewhere along the way here if you need him. 1-9. Well, and I got these on the wrong side. How about that? I thought it was 4-9. 1-9 is a ground ball to second base. So Jace Peterson takes care of business. Here's Beltre. 5-6 fly ball left. Caught by Mr. Bourne. And now Moreland. 2-6 a walk. Keep hope alive for Josh Hamilton. 1-9 is a strikeout, and that ends the 8th. So it's going to have to come to the final frame for the Rangers. They're going to get Tollison out. Try and keep it close here. Trying to keep these guys to 1 inning. So Cameron Maben. 1-10 a pop out to second base. So Odor makes the play. Freddie Freeman. Another 1-10. That's a double. Swisher. 2 for 3. Couple doubles. 5-5 strikes him out. And now Betancourt. 2-5, he strikes out. And Tollison Gets us to the bottom of the ninth. It's going to be the bottom of the order here, facing Jason Grilly. Grilly trying to close this guy out here. And he's going to face Andrews, Odor, and, you know, Chirinos could be brought out. So 3-2, one-run game, Atlanta on top. Can the Rangers get a run, maybe two, and send them home happy? 5-9 is a strikeout for Andrews. That's not the way you start it. Rougned Odor. 6-8. There's a walk. And they're going to bring up Mike Napoli here for Chirinos. They've got Corcoran on the bench. He can come in to play catcher if they need to. So Mike Napoli, can he turn a trick here? And that's a 6-6. 1-11 would be a double. That would get the tying run to third. They could think about sending him if it's a 1-11. If it's a 12-20, it's a fly ball to center. And that's just about the way it goes. So Napoli is out, and now DeShields, last hope. 2-10, grounded to third. Up with it is Garcia. He throws it to Freeman, and the Atlanta Braves earn the King of the Hill for the first game of this tournament. They will move on to face the Orioles next. So that is a 3-2 final here at Arlington. Julio Teheran is the winner. The loss goes to Gallardo. And the save for Grilly, who, aside from a walk, has a nice ninth inning to put this game in the books for the Braves. A little bit of an upset, I would say, with the moves that were made by the Braves at the end of that season, that they would, and the moves that the Rangers made, that you'd think that would be a better team, but Teheran is a good pitcher, and you know, the question would be, is Gallardo the right choice to start off on the mound for the Rangers? But I think that's what you got to go with. It's either him or Hamels, and you know, it's a bit of a coin flip for the most part. And the Braves left a couple runs on the dish there. They sent guys early in the game, got a couple of them run out of it with 2 outs, whereas maybe hanging out on third and getting another hit, they could have scored at least another run or two in the process, because there were also runners at second. You know, it was a double that elicited it. So, yeah, that's exactly the case, Mr. Moley. You know, it's, you know, you got to have the players, but you know, in baseball, really, you know, they say it about the NFL any given Sunday, but I think any given day in baseball, you know, you just see that happen as well. It's, you know, you get the right pitcher and the right time, and anybody is any team is conquerable. So I'm going to close her down now. Probably look towards middle of this week for another game in this series. As I said before, I'd kind of like to have it be something that's kind of along the lines of one of Tabletop Earl's projects, which is kind of, you know, kind of at a even pace, not too quick, not too slow, just, you know, pump them out here and there. And so the Braves are going to be without Pruzinski, but Betancourt will be the catcher And they do have... I've got the extra players, so, you know, we've got Laverne as sort of a backup we can use at catcher. So, as long as we don't have Betancourt get injured. Of course, that also means that the Braves have to last more than another game or two. So, anyway. Don't be sorry, Jerry. You didn't miss too much, probably. Although it got a little interesting at the end. Texas could have made it stick, but and this will be interesting going between basic and super advanced. I'm probably going to play some super advanced stuff in my downtime between videos, and so it might get me a little bit spun around, but we'll see how that goes. All right, I'm going to sign it off. Thanks for watching, everybody. Under an hour. That's what it's kind of what I was going for this project, and I was with a bunch of speaking and a break in the middle. So we'll see you soon with Game 2 of this series. Braves win, and the Rangers will have to wait for the next time around for another chance at being the Tenacious Diamond King for the 2015 season. For Tabletop Earl, this is Tenacious Earl. Wishing you a good day, and we'll see you soon here on Tabletop Baseball Plus.